All right, guys, I am ASAP Grim. Welcome to the channel. I think I finally got this thing going. Before we get started, let me go ahead and check these platforms and make sure that everything looks kosher. Okay, Restream's good. YouTube is checking. Good. Twitch is good. Kick is good. Rumble, I think I have to refresh. Oh, man. Yeah, Rumble does this sometimes. Sometimes it's just late to the party. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to close out that Rumble chat and open the new one since I refreshed. I just have to resize my chat windows, guys. Give me a couple minutes. Okay. That's 1 of 3. 2 of 3. 3 of 3. All right, we're going. Everything looks good. Let's talk about what we're doing here. This is Endless Space 2. I don't know what year it came out, but it's old. So it got an update this year, I think sometime back in February. But because of the age of the game, it's just kind of really surprising that it got an update. I've owned this game for quite a while. I've tinkered with it over the years. I've never mastered it. I'm still learning it. But I know a lot more today than I did the last time I tried to do a series on this thing. So I'm not doing a series now. This is really, we're just tooling around. It might just be for tonight. There is a chance that I could go with this over the weekend. I don't know. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But my plan is to just kind of try and learn. Practice, have fun. It's a chill game. If you guys have any advice to throw in, you can. If you want to sit back and try and learn with me, perfect. It's that kind of a thing, right? Just a chill game. Now, this is a save on turn 1 that I did some preliminary moves and then I saved the files. So I am familiar with this system. I'll show you what I've done. I passed the Dust Windfall Act. Well, that was already passed. I passed the Super Tax Act. So we're going to get +3 dust, which is like gold, per population on planets, but we're going to lose 20 approval on systems. That's from what I understand from some of the videos and tutorials I've watched. That's okay early game. That's not a big deal. So then we're going to look at tech, and I have do I want this? Let me think. I honestly can't. I don't think I want to have that queued up. I think I want to go straight off the bat with xenobiology to colonize tundra, and we're going to go heavy science early on because there's going to be a lot of planets that I want to colonize. Well, a lot of planets in this tree, and then there's this one right here, desert, I think. Ash also. Here's desert. Lava, that's going to be necessary. Where is desert at? Maybe down here. There it is. So we're going to fixate here in the early game on science tech and roll from there. So I'm glad I checked that. That's something that I learned as I tooled around with this start and found that's actually how I want to start, not the way that I have it pre-saved. Over here on ships, I do have a Voyager class Explore ship. This is a Patrol 2 ship. This is set up for offense. Let me explain it this way. I edited my settler ship. I took the gun off and I gave it another engine, so it goes further. So we're going to send it down this pipeline. I already know this is the direction I want it to go, and I in fact know it's going to hit this system right here, and I want to go up this branch. I'm trying to learn this game, so knowing how it's also on like the easiest level. So knowing what all's around here is fine. I got training wheels onto the max. This is supposed to be super easy so that we can learn. In fact, I got that from a user. Whenever I recorded this the last time, whenever I actually tried to do a series, one of the commenters said, in my experience, Endless Space 2 is the kind of game that you want to start on as easy as you can, put everything to easy, and just roll from there and learn how the systems work. So that's what I'm actually taking his advice. If I were to update this ship right here, this is a patrol ship, and it would update it to the battle configuration that I have saved, not to the exploration ship that I have made. So this ship only has one set of probes on it, not two like my exploration ship, but this is what we're going to start with. Do we have anything here that we can check out? We do. So here's our home system. We're on a monsoon. Well, here's our primary planet. It's a Terran planet. We can colonize this monsoon, and then we got 2 snow planets. So we're very strong in science, and I think dust seems to be the other one, but this is going to be primarily a science system. We're set up for that. So that's what our home system looks like. You can see I've got Xeno-industrial infrastructure queued up. Then we're going to colonize this monsoon planet. I got cerebral reality. The 4X alchemists really recommend you don't waste your time on drone networks, but I go ahead and throw it up. I haven't progressed to a part of the game where what my guess is that you can only have so many improvements on a system, so maybe this taking up a slot hurts you, but if I get to that point, I'll tear it down, or I'll have a lesson learned, or whatever it is, right? But you can see that's we have construction queued up all the way to turn 19. Now that's actually going to shrink as we get these 2 industrial buildings that help with our industry. That's another way of saying your build time. It makes your build time faster. So it won't take 19 turns to get all of this done. But right now, that's what it's reporting. We could buy it out for influence. That's what the Empire does really well, but I don't have the influence to do, and I wouldn't want to do that yet anyway. We're going to go ahead and discover this curiosity right here on Rassam 2. And it tells us that we have Transvine reserves. And then we got a grip of Transvine right there also. So what does Transvine do for us? Well, it's a luxury deposit, and it gives us +3 approval per population. So that's good. Okay, so now we're going to take our exploration ship, and we're going to go up this way. So we are in the Triangulum constellation on a spiral 4-armed galaxy, and we have this arm right here. So my exploration ship is currently going down a line that it doesn't open up to anything else. This is just one. I think there's one offshoot to a system like right here. Everything else is a straight line. My colonization ship is expanding out to the primary part of what's left to explore of this constellation. So all that said, also I have, because I'm Empire and he starts out being able to help out with build time, I have put my hero onto this system of Rassam from the get-go. Xenobiology is going to take us 6 turns. Real quick, we'll look at what our starting system production is. We have 39 food. This way we can kind of see how the improvements are affecting us. It's producing 39 food, 42 industry, 50 dust, 25 science, and 12 influence per turn. Buildings, population, and colonizing planets will affect all those things in the future. We have 40% approval at the time, which makes us content. And there's our hero right there, Dmitry Lenko. Alrighty then. Click it and end turn. Alright, now from this point we can actually click this and both of our ships will move forward until they reach a system or the end of their movement points. So we have discovered this nebula here. Once our influence, see this circle with the little orange on it? It's easier to see right now. Every turn, this is your influence circle. Every turn it expands a little bit. And eventually it will expand to cover this system, and when it does, that's when we will gain these bonuses. This is the other system. +5 industry. And if you have a fight in there, it's plus 25% extra experience on fleet. This one is plus 50 dust. And if you fight in there, plus 25% extra experience on fleet and plus 5 dust gained per player combat point still alive at the end of the battle on fleet. So this one is a nebula, and this one here is an asteroid field. There's nothing to colonize here, and our colonizing ship has... I thought it had some movement points left, maybe not. Okay, so it's just it got here and it's ready to go. The system I'm looking for, it's right here. So we're getting close. We could have colonized right here because we have a tiny forest, but it's just a 2-planet system, and the planets themselves are very small. So this is kind of an example of the kind of system you don't want to waste a colonization on. The only good thing here that I can find, well, this anomaly is beneficial. It adds 4 industry to this planet. But this right here, titanium. And something I have a question about right now is, if I do not colonize this system at all, once this lies within my circle of influence, does that mean that I'm mining these resources from the planet even though I don't have a colony on it? I don't really know. I suspect yes it does, but I'm not for sure about that. So we'll move to turn 3. And also, if you mouse over here, it'll tell you where you're ranking. We have 37 points. That makes us tied for last place. And we haven't met any of the other empires yet. So let's move forward. And I messed up here with this guy. Should have had him going on the last turn. Might have missed some movement points there. I don't know. But it's okay. This is the NOS system. We have a large desert with an atmospheric curiosity on it. A small desert. A large arid with a lifeform curiosity. A large savanna with a lifeform curiosity. And a medium terran with transvine and a subterranean curiosity. This is a 5-planet system. Large, huge savanna, large, and then a small and a medium. So we do want this system. We're going to colonize here on NOS 5. Now I am going to rename this system because I already know how I want it to specialize. Of all the systems that I can colonize, and there are numerous good systems, this is the one. It actually produced the second most dust. There was another system that produced more dust, but that system was also really good for food. So I decided to make it a primary for food, and this one a primary for dust. They were very close in how much dust they could. I think this one counted up to 25, and the other one was 27 for the raw numbers. So I went ahead and spent some money, some dust, to take this from like 24 turns down to 12. And this is our first system. We can click right here. Oh, I have to actually colonize it first. And we will rename this to the Dust system. We'll just call it Dust. Makes me think of the EVE Online game that they made that was like a first-person shooter. Dust 541, I think it was called. And so I just think it's kind of a neat-sounding name. Okay. Let's go ahead and scroll out a little bit. You can see 3 lanes leading out of here. A lane right here. You can pretty much guess that there's probably a system right here because this forms a triangle. And then it'll continue on here, and there's maybe something down here, it looks like. I actually don't remember. So we'll find out as we're able to explore more. We're up to 49 points. Let's look at that. 49 points makes us second place behind blue. So 53 to 49, we jumped ahead a little bit. Continuing on, we just have one ship moving now. We have a huge monsoon in Zinnius 1. We could colonize it. We got a large ice. And that's it. It's just 2 planets. I'm not really interested. So we'll move down. Wait, do we have anything that we can discover? No. So we'll move down to here. And there's going to be a system right out here. And then we'll be moving in this direction again. Okay, 49 points. What do we have here? Okay, it's like a knife through your heart. You joke, Hadri, you say, knowing the Sheridan never jokes. He shakes his head. The weapon signature leaves no doubts. You stare out at the starfield, anger growing. A United Empire fleet fired upon by a fellow UE vessel of obsolete design. How old? 25 solar cycles at least, Your Imperial Majesty. We think there must be an outpost out there somewhere. The knife twists. This is no reactionary rebellion. This is something fomented decades ago, meticulously planned, kept hidden with a military. Okay, you got a bunch of options here. Really, to me, this seems like a really good one. Punisher drives. It's going to give you plus 10% damage on ships. That's a flat 10%, lasts you all game long. The other one is bribe. Stockpile of... If you can stockpile 600 dust in your empire, you get an outpost of Trader's Reach. The thing is that this is always kind of a trashy outpost. It's like a small planet. It's not worth taking. This one over here, you have to reach 800 manpower capacity in your empire. This one here, if you explore 10 curiosities, you're going to get Daily Slogan. What does Daily Slogan do for you? Utilizing insights from Pioneer Psychology by carefully determining the content and the time of day of a daily slogan, outposts can enjoy enhanced rates of growth. Plus 40% food on Outpost Planet. Now that's actually going to help in the early game, but I think this one's the overall best. The thing is that you want to keep these quests progressing according to 4X Alchemists. This one you can get done pretty fast. This is going to take a while. It roadblocks you. And what they say is that it's just better to go with this. Even though you're losing out on that flat 10% for the rest of the entire game, it's better to get to your second hero class as soon as possible. So we're going to go with that one right there. And we're going to advance our ships. And sending these probes here, that's what we're doing, is we're discovering curiosities. So check this and this. This is also going to be a good food system because it's got red sang on it. And it's got the kinds of planets that can produce food. But this will be like a secondary for me. And we got titanium also. That's good. So you can see medium Terrans, so that's colonizable right off the bat. The other system I find that is good for food, I'm like experimenting with it. I'm trying to terraform Well, I say that like I'm doing it now. I've deleted all that stuff. This is the save that I was working on. So we're going to try and terraform those planets to planets that produce even better food. This system here, I'm going to leave it as is. So what it's going to do is it's going to produce good food off these two planets right here alone, especially the fact that they got red sang. Both of them do. But then these two, the large ash and the large lava, are going to contribute some pretty strong industry. So this is going to be an overall strong system. But it's providing two commodities. So it's not going to be amazing at either one, but it's going to be real good at both. So that's a system that I want because of that. Okay. So where are we point-wise now? We're 49 still. Okay. All right, we have completed our tech, and we're going to be looking at rare earth foams now. Let's go ahead and look at what we just learned. Xenobiology, studies of soil samples from other planets, when combined with advances in understanding of extremophilic bacteria, permit scientists to create, under certain conditions, hardier and more productive crops. So the ecologist faction loves that. The things that we get as a result are we are able to colonize tundra planets now. You can see that if you look at the left, see that area that's flashing up? It's actually right at the bottom. Or you can mouse over. If you look at my mouse, I'm looking at the tech that we just researched, but if I come over here, we got colonized tundra. Improvement of the system by which sap moves. I'm not going to read all these. We'll be here forever. But it is neat what all they've written. And then right here, public-private partnerships. This is actually a really strong building. Plus, if you put it in the right system, it's plus 10 science per fertile planet, plus 10 science per planet overall, and plus 10 science per temperate planet. So temperate is the type of planet that it is. And just about any planet can be fertile or infertile. There's another word they use for it. I don't remember, but barren or something like that. I don't know. Okay, we're probably not going to get this. You can see over on the left, we've got 3 out of 10 curiosities researched. But if we are the first ones to research 10 curiosities, we will win Seeker of Truths. Only one empire, the first one to accomplish it, gets it. And the reward is that we would get 75 stocks of red sang. So that's nothing to sneeze at, but we're probably not going to get it. Done with this. And now we're researching rare earth foams. Okay, we can send our ship forward. Oh no. I jacked that up, man. No, I didn't. I got my curiosities. Okay. So, that's right. Yeah, so he just followed my command of coming back out this way. So good. Good. We're good. Okay. End turn. All right, how's our score look? Is it still 49? It's now 53. We're in 3rd place, behind blue and purple. Move our ship forward. There should be one more system at the end of this lane. 2 more systems, actually. 2 more. How many more days for this? 8 turns. Not days, but turns. I think we should think of turns as a year. These turns are very important. So a lot is going on in each turn. Assign skills. This guy is a governor, so right off the bat, I like to get 2 points into this. +1 industry and +1 food per population on planets. And if you put 2 points in here, it's +2 per population. So I always start out with that one. Okay, so we have completed the xeno-industrial infrastructure. A better understanding of alien biospheres and alien workers' permits permits the development of industrial projects that take these into account. By adapting tools, sites, and processes to local environments, large projects become much more efficient. So we're going to get plus 10 industry per fertile planet, plus 10 industry per planet overall, and plus 10 industry per temperate planet. So that's kind of like the other one that I just showed you with xenobiology, but the one for xenobiology does science. So now we're going to colonize the monsoon planet. But if we look here, we have 2 temperate planets. So that's plus 10, plus 20 industry right there. One of them is fertile, so that's plus 30. Then it's 10 per planet, 40, 50, 60, 70 industry from that one building to do this. Now compare that to drone networks. Plus 10 industry and plus 10 food. And this one that we just got was plus 70 industry. So that's a really strong building. It's going to take us 2 turns to colonize this monsoon planet. And we will send our explorer forward. $55 points. We are falling to the trail end of the pack again. Stuff will bounce around quite a bit, I think, in the early game. You can see these are civilian vessels carrying food to this outpost in order to supply it until they can actually form a colony and self-sustain. Here is Valanus, and it's a 3-planet system, so I'm not likely to want to grab this one. We do have some big planets here. We got some curiosities to explore as well. I think all 3 of them are big. Large, large, and huge. Oh, we got the analytical engine. This is nice. Plus 1 dust per curiosity discovered on system. You can only build one of these per empire, if I'm not mistaken. And for all the curiosities that you've discovered, it'll give you plus 1 dust. I think that's pretty good. I don't really know how. I think that it looks back. It's what do they make that, like, backwards compatible? It looks at what you've already done and adds that into the total, but I'm not positive about that. What else did we get? Dust ruins, so plus 3 dust and plus 2 approval per population on that planet. Bolons 2, plus a load of, we got 10 Hyperium here. This is strategic deposit. We'll use that stuff later on our military vessels. Here's Volans 2. So there's one more curiosity left, but what we're going to do is we're going to press on because we're out of probes, and it's going to take 2 turns to get one more probe. I would rather just press on because the system that I'm interested in is actually sitting right here. All right. Yep, still at 55. Scroll out, send my guy forward. Soyden. I don't know how to say this. Soy is funny to me. That's a funny, soy boys and stuff. So this is Soyden. This is a 5-planet system, I think. Maybe it's 4. Huge lava. Huge lava. Medium ash. Medium desert, and a small monsoon. So this system is really great for industry. It's got big planets, so we can hold quite a bit of population. Well, it's like a mixture of everything, honestly, but that's 5 planets and some big industry potential. So we're going to want this for sure. We're going to stay parked here until we have discovered every single one of these curiosities. All right, we just colonized the monsoon planet on our home system. And now we're working on this cerebral reality. This extension of VR entertainment technology permits many individuals to think rather than play together. The boost to science and productivity is worth the surprising effect of an occasional bizarre dream excerpt from a user who has dozed off. You get plus 15 science and plus 15 dust on your system with this. So, not bad. And then we'll get drone networks, and we'll go from there and decide what comes after that. I think actually I can queue it up. I'm going to want Voyager and Settler. Okay, what's our score? 55. If we look up here, we can see how things have changed already. Rassam, 34 food, 95 industry. That's bumped up. 42 dust, 24 science, and 12 influence. And it's producing 2 of these transvine. So, our Lenko, our governor here, he's really good with industry. We're going to eventually bounce him out of here and put him into this system, because this system's going to produce some huge industry. And here on our home system, we're going to put Petra, because she's science-based. So she's going to amplify the science that we're able to develop here on this system. And as I told you before, this system here is going to be for dust. We got 5 more turns to go. All right, end turn. And score is still 55. Do you have a probe yet? You do. So let's grab that. Okay, we got strange fossils. What strange beasts were these? Science officers have discovered the remains of long-dead creatures that appear exceptional in every way. Size, variety, eating habits, and number of limbs. Anthropologists and cosmologists are eager to study these finds. We're going to get +2 industry and +1 dust on that planet forever. So that's really good. Plus we got a load of influence here. I'm not sure that makes sense, but whatever. Okay. So next turn. Oh shoot. Oh, okay, good. We just now got to this point where it said no research queued. It would not have let me click next turn if that was empty. It would have given me a warning and then I could click it. But we just finished our next tech, which is this one right here, Rare Earth's Foam. Scarce and difficult to manipulate, rare earth metals are nevertheless critical to many advanced technologies. The ability to create viable metallic foams from these unusual metals gives a boost to cutting-edge astrotechnology. And we're going to get the debris analyzer and the ability to colonize Mediterranean off that. So this is a module that you can put onto your ship that allows you that for every command point that you destroyed, think of that in terms of like hit points. You'll get looks like 10 science. So that could potentially be pretty nice. We are going to load up eukaryotic. I want to say eukaryotic. Sap. And also both of these. And then we're going to grab this one. And then I wouldn't normally be this focused in on one try. I would be bouncing over here and getting some stuff from there. But I just happen to know, because I know the way the map looks, we're going to want to colonize a bunch of different kinds of planets. And they are snow. I think there is a savanna. I'm not for sure, but we need baryonic shielding anyway. So I know that there's arid and there's desert. And then we're going to bounce over here to the industry tree. All right, we got cerebral reality. Now we're working on drone networks. That'll take 1 turn. Remember, before it told us it was going to take 19. See the difference that industry is giving us and our build speed? It's pretty remarkable. Okay. Let's come up here and see if we can run another probe. Yeah. Let's grab this one now. Low gravity. That's probably going to be a negative, isn't it? No. A lower density of planetary core affects many things, of which gravity is the most notable. This has advantages for industrial production and makes kids really, really happy. +2 approval per population and +2 industry for that planet forever. And we got a new battle tactic also. All right, how many turns here? 2 turns until we get the next one. So, end turn. System colonized on Nos. Your outpost turned into a colony on Nos. Okay, so we're also Seeker of Truths was achieved by this empire right here. So we lost out on that one. We do still have our own personal quest going. We've gotten 6 of 10. Let's see here. Nas. First of all, I'm going to rename you. Even though Nos is kind of cool also, but Dust helps me remember what you're for. Okay. Typical initial colony setup is going to be these 3 things for me. And then maybe I should go ahead and research this stuff. It'll contribute to the curiosities. All right, we're working on making a Voyager now over on our primary system, our home system. And that's my actual for real exploration ship. It has 4 probes on it instead of 2. We got a new population of Imperials. And a settler will be coming up next. That settler is going to go all the way to here. This is more important to me to get than this one. But that said, I want to queue up another settler. All right, and then I think I'm going to want public-private partnerships. 10, 20, 30. Okay, so per fertile, right? There's only 1 fertile, so you get +10. Then it's per temperate. There's 2 temperates, so it's 20, 30. And then per planet, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I already know I'm going to want that. Now, let's mouse over this. There it is in parentheses. Can only be built once per empire. So I don't want to put this on this system. I want that to go on my Dust system. Okay, we can grab our hangar here and turn Voyager 1 into a fleet. And send him probably right over here to discover new curiosities. And then that'll also relieve the building queue here if I can knock that out. We got a pirate. Okay, so there's a pirate base nearby. Oh, that's right. I neglected to tell you guys. Remember, I'm trying to learn this game. So I actually disabled a number of expansion packs. I think I've only got the Vaulters loaded up because I want to take all the other complexities out of the game, particularly hacking. And it looks interesting to me, but I've got enough on my plate trying to learn. And I found that in that environment where I'm already trying to learn a whole bunch of stuff, hacking becomes actually annoying. It's not fun. So I don't want to mess with that right now. So that is disabled. But do we have a probe? We do. All right, we'll grab this one. Okay, we got red sang. This red spice is derived from a lichen that thrives on coral reefs, but can be found anywhere there are traces of water. It is prized for its strong, spicy flavor, as well as its notable effects on biological health and longevity. And it gives plus 60 food on a system. Effects within a system development upgrade. Okay. So that's if you were to decide to use the food upgrade on the system, which we will not be doing on this system. Solo quest started a new what? Hoche? A group of archaeologists from your exploration party has come to you with a bizarre report. They claim to have seen a ghostly airship made of balloons and solar panels silently traversing the planet's skies. You're initially skeptical, but one of your historians insists that the airship matches the mythical description of Hoche, an ancient Endless who watched from the skies as her home planet Kairos was converted to a gray goo by a nanoplague. Oh man. Hoche is long dead with the rest of the Endless, and this planet could not possibly be Kairos. But the story seems to have captured the imaginations of your crew, who are now speaking of founding a colony here. The myth of Hoche is strong among the crew. They believe a new colony of Soiden 5 would be an auspicious event for the Empire. Well, what a coinkydink. I already plan on colonizing that system. The reward will be, okay, so create an outpost on the planet Soiden 5 or colonize its system and you will get the Obelisk of Remembrance. This great pillar in memory both of Hoche's sacrifice and Kairos' destruction is made of the most valuable materials currently known. It should stand as a memorial until the heat death of the universe. Plus 10 approval and plus 6 influence per temperate. So you want this to go into a system that has a lot of temperate planets, because it can only be built once per empire. All right, well, we're going to be doing that, so we will get access to that. And I actually do like reading the text. There's so much text I haven't read because I've been trying to learn. But this game, this is one of the reasons I like it over Stellaris. It gives you a lot of framework. It feels like a mixture of a 4X game and an RPG kind of. You get a lot of context and narrative and story, you know? Those kinds of things. All right. This exploration vessel can now go to Volans. That's my exploration ship. So next turn I should get a colonizer. Let's take a look at the score. We are 65. Oh yeah, we're at the bottom of the ladder. So hopefully stuff will ramp up for us. We got another settler. And the industrialists are leading the way heavily, with scientists right behind a distant number 2. Not right behind, but scientist number 2. Okay, we have a settler that we will send to this system right here, Soiden. Let's discover. Do I not have one? Okay, he'll wait right here. How many turns? Next turn, he'll have a probe. In the meantime, we will move our other exploration vessel. Let's actually maybe go this way so we can uncover more map. It's just another route to get to here. We'll discover this stuff. There's one curiosity there. What do we have here? Forest 1 is a huge ash. Forest 2 is a small Mediterranean. with a couple beneficial things on it, and Force 3 is a huge toxic. This is a 3-planet system that I don't want to spend colonizing efforts on. We will let influence soak them up. So we're going to go right there. 3 turns. Yeah, we should. Actually, we want to go right here to get this. This will be 8, and then by the time we get here, we'll get 9 and 10 here. And then that'll wrap this up. Oh, we found a new system. Amosa. The system of Amosa. Alright, we're studying baryonic shielding now. Let's see what this text says. Advancing from a basic understanding of xenovegetation, this technology introduces cellular manipulation to create robust saps that have a range of applications. We're going to get Applied Happiness Program. We're going to get H-Field Fleet Accelerator. That's a module that can go onto our ships, and we're going to be able to colonize snow. Cooperative quest has started. Rumor of an academy. There are heroes and there are heroes. Legends of prowess familiar to all, yet witnessed by none. The heroes of these tall tales are a dime a dozen. But in the leaders you have met and in the murmurs of your crews and colleagues, there are stories of other heroes. Living heroes whose actions and efforts have changed the course of battles and bureaucracies, whose actions and decisions have been pivotal in the rise and fall of empires. And when one speaks of these heroes, masters of dust and its vast powers, one also speaks of the place where they studied, where they learned these feats of strength and genius. It is simply referred to as the Academy. Some seem to present it as a center of higher learning, while others mention it in tones more suitable to worship and epiphany. I lost my spot. Here we go. It would be good to know the truth of all of this. It would be good if your ships were the first to make formal contact with it and meet its leader, shrouded in mystery. They are as few in number as they are great in power, the heroes of the galaxy. They learn their skills at a place simply referred to as the Academy. Be the first to find this place, and some of its secrets will certainly be yours. So, backtrack the paths of heroes by exploring 5 atmospheric curiosities, and the rewards... First place will get 100 dust, 50 influence, and 30 titanium, and then you can see second and third. Okay. Settler has been made. Public-private partnerships will be done in 3 turns. We just read eukaryotic sap, and now we're working on baryonic shielding. Let us create a fleet for this second settler. And he will go to the system of Bushir. Send everything else forward. Okay. Then over here, we want to discover this thing right here. Exiles, a remnant population. Turning the page after eons of sleep, the remnant are deemed assassins who use their intensity and efficiency for making the galaxy a better place. The remnant are redeemed assassins. Okay, so they were assassins in the past. They found the path of light, so to speak, and have now turned their skill set towards making the galaxy a better place through their intensity and efficiency. What's that say? +2 dust on happy. So if they are happy or better, you're going to get +2 dust for every one of their population and +1 industry. Not bad. Not bad. So they'll grow from there. And we'll have more of them. Okay. Coming up here, we should have a probe. We do. We're going to grab this lone curiosity. That's going to put us at 9 of 10. Curiosities discovered. We get more red sang. We know what that is now. bring this guy back, and we're going to bring him to the home system and upgrade him to a patrol ship. So he'll be he will cease to be an explorer, and he will be a battle-ready ship. What's our score looking like? 73. Yeah, we're not at the bottom, but we're pretty close. We're tied for second to last. Looks like we got a new point, so we're going to put that second point right here. So now we're getting +2 industry per population on planets and +2 food per population on planets. Excelente. Move all our ships forward. Excellent. Okay, good. Dismiss that. Scroll out a little bit. New luxury resource discovered of hydromiel. To aid their travels across the galaxy, the Endless seeded many planets with hydromiel, a machine organic mix that builds nutrients from any form of soil or rock and converts them into indescribably delicious blobs of grape-sized fruit. Wow, that's interesting. I wouldn't trust it, but it is interesting. You get +4 food per population on system. Where is this at? New luxury system. Where is this at? Hydromiel. Should tell me. There should be an icon. Man, I don't know. I sure would like to know, because that would be good for a food system. Are we, no? Sterile, that's the word I was looking for earlier, rather than infertile. Thought there was a way that you could, like, click a magnifying glass, opens the economy screen that would show you where this was at. Your empire now has access to hydromiel. Okay, well... It's not indicating that. This is it right here. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Can't explain it. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, come down here. And, why can't I? You already queued this construction. Oh, okay. Well, let's unqueue all that stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Expedition successful on Dust 4. We got Transvine. This strange plant with innumerable tiny crescent-shaped leaves can be safely ingested. It creates a sensation of peace and happiness and is used as a natural relaxant and sedative. It is also a useful tool to keep rowdy populations compliant. +3 approval per population. We achieved this, so we got the daily slogan. I guess I should have read that. Ulinka, the traitor, refuses to speak. She is too young to be the true mastermind behind the rebellion, but of that individual's identity there is no clue. You will not sanction any violence against your sister's blood, so she languishes in solitary confinement in the deepest depths of your Inquisitor's redoubt. Lena claims to have never laid eyes upon the girl, claims she must have been rustled away at birth and raised by those who plotted against the Empire. Of her twin, Victoria, there is no sign. The girl going to ground as soon as she heard news she wasn't a lone child. Out of shock or something more, you do not know. You need time to untangle this dark web. The rebellion might be no more, but the fact it ever existed in the first place haunts your days and disturbs your nights. Who can you really trust? Every day you grow a little older, get a little closer to the day you will no longer be able to lead this great empire. You decide now is the time to name the emperor-elect and consolidate your power while you still hold it. The three candidates are obvious. First, Protector Hadrilenko, stalwart bodyguard for so many years and a hero among the Empire Hawks. Lena Zalevas, your own flesh and blood sister, a woman who, despite her smoldering anger, would make an iron leader and keep a Zalevas on the throne. Or should it be Petra Mandzukic, the brilliant head of advanced research, a woman who'd pioneered several chilling technologies that had transformed your army's fortunes, somebody who could grasp the opportunities of this new star-faring era. The choice is not easy. Peace of mind is hard to find. Until you learn the identity of the rebellion ringleader, though, you will have no real peace. It could be one of them. Okay, so that's your choices, and these are the various things you have to do in order to get them. We are going to take Petra, produce at least 79 science per turn in your empire. It's one of the easier ones to achieve, actually. Yulinka, okay, so is this the new text? You need time to untangle this web. Emperor-elect. Okay, only Petra can truly do the Empire justice as we travel the stars. Scientist, realist, leader, and not one to shy away from hard decisions. You will strengthen the Empire's science base to honor her naming. Okay. And we got more Transvine. And a load of Empire dust. Excelente. Now let's find out what this is. Your analysis of the subterranean on planet Dust 5 was successful, and we got Hyperium. Now, I'm missing the technology to be able to take advantage of that, but it's present. We have it. Okay. We are done with that system. I'm going to send Voyager this way, because I happen to know that this runs into the pirate system right here, and if I remember correctly, there are no lanes out of there. It's just this triangle, so in order to not waste moves, I'm just going to continue down this lane right here. Okay, what else needs to be done? We've moved all that stuff forward. Everything's moving here, and our score is 80, which is still abysmal. Okay. So I've discovered 3 of 5 curiosities for this quest right here. An emissary from the Academy arrives, dressed formally. Oh, this makes me think of like Dune. They only agree to speak or communicate in public venues while being recorded. This is no ordinary discussion. It appears that the head of the Academy is indisposed, and various organizations within the Academy are beginning to operate with a certain degree of independence. You are provided with a few names, a list, a small explanation, really a marketing brochure on the Academy's structure and organization. Only the discussions are over. Once the discussions are over, you place an encrypted call to the hero in your employ who is visibly uncomfortable. You understand, they say. We are beings of exceptional power. We are trained to seek only strength and knowledge, but some seek more. Oh, some seek more, you finish. Yes. And there are associations, fraternities within the Academy, theoretically just clubs for heroes with shared interests. Those who seek power often use them for leverage, however. In research, training, exploration. None of this is shocking, though it makes you uneasy. But as long as they lack access to resources, you say, they are not a threat, at least not to friendly empires. Your employee nods as if agreeing and prepares to end the discussion. Then, at the last second, changes his mind. I know that it's a he, right? So it's not there, it's he. I see why they put there. They add, remember that there are unclaimed places of enormous wealth out there. And everyone is starting to look at them. The transmission is terminated, leaving you curious and concerned. Okay. For whatever reason, we can't map. We have to be in that constellation. But we can search for it, discover 4 systems outside of your constellation. No way am I going to do this. It does come with a nice little module here. It's a scavenged ram scoop that it helps you travel further, plus 3 move points. And the distance traveled per movement point is increased by 25%. But we're going to go with information. Investigate 10 new curiosities. That's going to give me probe microfactory if I'm able to... Oh, it's a solo quest. So yeah, once I accomplish this, I'll get probe microfactory. Probe cooldown neg 100%. Can only be installed on exploration and hero ships. Okay, so it's kind of a eh. Well, I mean, no, it's not an eh on an exploration ship. Okay, so confirm. What's the text say? Seek information about possible unclaimed places in the galaxy. Very well. Okay, call a spaceman. On some of your systems, an antiquated classification system used to categorize minor civilization citizens has the religious community up in arms. The classification system is mostly meaningless at this point, but to officially accede to the protesters' demands would be a small bureaucratic nightmare. So I'm guessing the term is alien, and it has new meanings in this era. And, well, I don't know. I can't quite figure... I don't know if it's that the old word means nothing or the new... I think it's the new way that word is applied could be offensive in some ways. But the religious traditionalists are like, hey, call a spade a spade. They are aliens, right? Or something like that. It's something along those lines. At any rate, I usually go with this one. Oh, they're the ones that want to change it. They want to change the word. I normally go with this because I usually, as the United Empire, I have an abundance of industry, so I feel like I can give that up a little bit easier than approval. So there we go. The people's reaction to Petra's naming as Emperor-elect is muted. You will need to prove that she is a deserving choice over the coming years. Produce at least 79 science per turn in your empire. Okay, here we have another choice to make. I'm going to go with the United Empire because I want this sci-fi design school. But I guess all 3 are viable and strong in their own way. The trail runs cold. Ulinka rots in the cells silent. Nobody knows anything about the ancient rebellion, or nothing they're prepared to admit at least. The knowledge eats away at you day after day after day. You torture yourself knowing how many countless thousands of patriots it must have taken to enact such a betrayal. Hidden shipyards, empire funds siphoned off official accounts, redacted records, double lives. Some of the snakes must still be among the masses here on Raya, lying over and over to preserve their skins. Will you need to search every lead yourself to know the truth? Who can be trusted? Remember, we're like an authoritarian regime, right? So we obsess over these things. You try to put the matter out of your mind and instead think of the millions of true patriots. Now the matter of Emperor-elect has been settled. It is time to turn your attention to their futures and your legacy. What course should the great United Empire be set on before your rule ends? Hey, I want to point something out here, because I think this could get easily confused. Maybe what I'm saying is false. That'll be up to you to decide, but I think it makes sense. This term right here, the true patriots, you try to put the matter out of your mind. Instead, think of the millions of true patriots. When this comes from the population, that's one thing. That's usually a positive. If it's wide ranging, it's a very popular idea. That's a populist movement. It has it rings true with a large amount of people that make up the population of a nation state. That's ground up. But if this is coming from the state, like you see in communistic or fascistic states, that's why I like the term authoritarian. It kind of covers all of it. When it's the state that's pushing for you to be super patriot, that's just the aristocracy of that nation state. It's the hands of a few that are telling everybody else, hey, you need to be patriotic. Go stand in the bread line and get to work because you're supposed to be patriotic. Don't you want to do your part? And they try to guilt you into it. That's totally different than it is whenever it's coming from the population. So you have ground up and you have top down. Top down, very, very bad. Ground up, very, very good. Right? That's what I think. So, should you heed the warnings of the warmongers in your ranks, epitomized by the Sheridan name, and militarize? Or should you hark back to an earlier age of scientific invention when your Missouri forebears sailed the great darkness? Or perhaps you should stay this course, let the United Empire fulfill its true potential as an industrial powerhouse. This may not necessarily be your final legacy, but you should give your empire a taste of the future nonetheless. I've heard that this is the easiest one to win the game with, but I'm going to go with this. You have held this empire together for nigh on 40 years by maintaining the United Empire values of order, labor, and prudence. Emperor-elect Petra Mandzukic must see how an empire is built. Reach stage 3 of the economy and trade quadrant of the tech tree. Acquire luxury resources, then begin a system development project. Afterwards, enact the project on the required systems. Okay, so hold at least 3 systems of level 2 or higher. You have held this empire. Yeah, I read that. Okay, so we're done with that. We have another level up, or actually we gained her. Okay, now we have 4 points to assign. I always take these 2 here because I want her really focused on science. So she will now apply plus 30 science on a system. And then I'm going to grab these 2 here. So she's going to give plus 2 industry and plus 2 food per population on planets. Okay. Now she's just kind of sitting by the wayside right now. That's because I'm not prepared to move Lenko out of the system that she's going to take over. And I'm not going to be prepared for a while. What is going on here? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Okay, asteroid field discovered. Great. Slingshot. Okay, we've entered into it. We have to make a decision. We have a lot of, our fleet's taking a lot of flack. Do we want to study it or do we want to destroy it? I want to study it. Negative 20% fleet health on fleet garrison, on garrison First Vanquisher's Navy. Yeah. It reads a little bit weird, but this is the fleet that it's talking about, the First Vanquisher's Navy. For 1 turn. That's acceptable to me. Public-private partnerships is now up and running. We have an empty builders queue here. We're going to colonize both of these snow planets. Okay, we are in place right here to colonize Bouchier 4. Oh wait, we could do 3 or 4. 4 is medium. And it also has Red Sang, so there's no reason not to. This is a Terran planet, so perfect for us. Our population will be quite happy here. Remember, this system's going to provide big food, like good food and good industry. We're going to give it a boost here from 15 turns down to 9. All right, cool. 106. Oh, look at that. We're in first place. We really jumped ahead. Wow. So we just needed time to ramp up. Yeah, it's okay. She's going to just languish for a minute. I guess I could assign her to a fleet, but I don't really... I want to be able to put her in place as soon as possible, as soon as she becomes available. So let's end turn. We have elections. You can select this kind of stuff here. We're just going to officially support. We want the industrials in charge, and they should easily get it. Ha! I was wrong. So the scientists are in charge. That's okay. These two are the ones that I like the most, and this is a good one to have. So we will hit finish. We will come up here to laws as soon as we can. Let's look at baryonic shielding. While there are some particles that can pass through plasma shielding, this improved version prevents penetration by any baryon particle, primarily neutrons and protons. So this gives us advanced scanners, so we can explore higher level curiosities now. They become available to us on the map. Before we didn't even see them. We get warp drive. That's a movement bonus and also allows us to go outside of star lanes. That's kind of important. And we can colonize savanna planets. All right, so that's done. And we're now researching PEV scale accelerators. We have access to this technology deed. Event effects. Science pays. Plus 15 industry on colonies on Empire increases the industrialist political ideology. Okay. We are growing more and more Imperials. More population in general. Okay. Move forward. So this guy right here, I'm going to send him down this line. I only need one more discovery. Goodness. Oh, look, there's one available here now. It must be one of the level 2s. Oh, he already moved. Okay. So this is colonizing, and we are in place here. Let's go ahead and colonize the monsoon. That'll accomplish that quest. I think those screens are pretty cool. Solo quest complete. New Hoche. New Hoche, they call it, though none of the new colony's inhabitants have ever reported another sighting of the ghostly ship. It is said that Hoche perished aboard her lost airship, mourning the death of her mate and waiting for the gods to come and transform Kairos back into the paradise it once was. Perhaps, so many years after Hoche and the fall of the Endless, the gods have finally come. Alright, so we have the ability to build this now. And we will boost it, so it'll be done in 10 turns. Getting closer. So, with this particular save, it is kind of a slow start because there's so many systems I'm colonizing and stuff. So we spend a lot of time colonizing and then also colonizing the planets within the system, right? So it does take a while, but you can see we're in the lead, or we were. Yeah, we're up kind of big, so we're doing pretty good. We're not up huge, we have a comfortable gap. Okay. I'm going to mute Mike and grab a drink. Okay. Oh, I thought we were at 138 before. Blue is catching up. Let's go ahead and send everybody forward that we can. This guy's on his way. Okay. We do have 471 influence. That's not really enough. We could buy out Pevis. Yeah, it's going to be done in turn, though. I don't really see a need to do that. Let's end turn. Okay, PEV scale accelerators are done. Which means that we have no research queued up. The construction of a high-energy particle accelerator with energy measured in peta-electron volts requires highly advanced engineering, science, materials, and energy supplies. Without this type of machine, explorations deeper into subquantum mechanics would not be possible. So we can build magnetic field generators now, which gives science per population. Exoscience stations, which does the same with different variables, and we can colonize arid. Now that I've gotten all that, let's see, I do want to get desert, evaporation inhibitors. We'll grab that. It's only going to take us one turn, and then we're going to start knocking out several things here in this field. Again, normally I would kind of bounce around. Probably these three right here would be how I would normally do things. But in this case, I really wanted access to these colonization techs of the planets that are in this tree a little bit more, and then I want to hit the ones in this tree next. So let's see what we got here. Colonized snow is done. Now we're colonizing the other one. Xeno industrial infrastructure is finished on dust, and they're working on cerebral reality now. I haven't really learned how to take advantage of any of this stuff yet. Trade and really like fleet construction in the later game, that's all stuff that I don't have very much experience with at this point. Right now, I just know I have some understanding of the early game. And I think I learned how to take over hostile systems correctly. That was my fail point last time. Here's a MOSA. Let's see, let's go ahead and move everybody forward. What do we have out here? Nothing that we can see yet. Highlight this guy and discover this one. Oh, we got adamantium. Okay. This strange alloy, composed of many lanthanides, comes from planets or asteroids which survived close passage by a black hole, wormhole, or other powerful gravitational anomaly. Though it shows outstanding properties of durability, hardness, and strength, it requires exceedingly advanced smelting systems that include high-energy, non-baryonic particle streams. Okay. We can't really harvest it yet, but we know what it is, and we know it's present here. That didn't give me my 4 of 5. I'm a little surprised about that. I don't actually understand that. I guess I have to find other like level 1 curiosities. But we can upgrade him now, and he's now a military ship. Now, if I come down here, we're almost done colonizing here. So what we are going to do next is we're going to queue up 3 more of these Patrol 2s. And that's going to give us a combat fleet that can hunt pirates in our system. Maybe I need 8, actually. I think I do. Okay, we'll see how it goes, because they're kind of weak vessels. For the Empire, they start out with the strongest. That's why most of the empires that you can play as, you wouldn't even be able to use this ship. You would have to research a new hull to get a viable combat ship. But the Empire starts out with these explorer vessels that can be refitted and serve adequately as combat ships right from the get-go. So, but they're weaker than the next level. So I think that's why I think I'm going to need 8. But let's go ahead and look at our score. 137. We continue to lead the pack. Baby's not booms. They want us to become more peaceful, basically. They want to grow. There has been a noticeably increased birth rate in one of the systems of your empire, Rassam, that identifies as militarist and scientific. Maybe I was wrong. The trend is particularly strong among the Harashim. Why? Your advisors say it's a cultural response to the instability of galactic warfare, while a leading analyst claims it's a reaction to the prosperity of peace. Perhaps no one really knows. Okay. What's this say? Either way, your systems can look forward to a burgeoning generation of pacifists in the next generation. All right, because we've been at peace for a long time. And we found deciduous trees. Mutated trees, likely crafted by the Endless, that filter dust. All right, move forward. We should see something out here. I was wrong. And we're just waiting right here for the time being. Oh, there is something right there. Oh, you know what? I don't have probes, so... Okay. Continue on. See, we got... I think these are pirates. Yeah, we have a lot of pirate activity. All right. Move everybody. I'm trying to get in a position right now with these fleets to hammer down on the pirates. Still left unassigned. Maybe let's inspect her. Take everything off. With this latest update, plasma and shields are very strong. So that's what I've been going with. That's what I read anyway. So here's shields. And 3 support modules. Increased movement. Our current movement is at 1. If I... Ship evasion and movement points of 4. Movement points of 3. I think I need her to be 4. Hold on, I have to look now. Yeah. I have to look at this. I don't want her to slow my fleet down. They have 6 points of movement speed. That's a lot. That's actually pretty good. So then, her ship... Her ship currently has 3 points of movement. Oh, okay, that's what makes it 6. And... this might be nice to have, but I don't want to double up on it because it does weaken the hull. I guess I could throw a probe on there. because I don't have a need for her to be faster than what she already is, I'm going to embed her with a fleet. So she can only move as fast as the fleet can. Plasma, plasma, plasma. Okay. Apply that. And assign to a fleet. Oh, snap. Rassam. Yeah, this one right here. Okay. I guess I probably should have done that forever and a day ago. But we're waiting for this stuff to get done, which will be another 6 turns. How about this one? 4 turns for that one. I'm not going to put her here. I just wanted to know how long it was going to take. Okay. Continue producing then. What are we looking at here? We have 140 points. We're very close, but we have been overtaken. Yeah. Blue is kind of taken off. Drone networks. Oh, what happened? We achieved this objective. I don't know exactly how. Maybe it needed me to skip forward a turn to give me credit. Oh, you know what? I think somebody else achieved it. They got number 1, we got number 2. Yeah, that's too bad. That's what happened. Explore the 3 indicated systems with a fleet in order to find the academy and visit its leader. I don't really care about this, and so I don't ever do it. No one is ever even sure of the origin of the being that founded the academy, whether they are human, endless, alien, or some unknown form. All stories agree, however, that any being touched by dust who finds that secretive place and survives its rigors, he emerges deeply changed and greatly enhanced. A visit, a word with the leader, an understanding of why the Academy exists and what purpose it serves. There are many mysteries surrounding the Academy, and claiming it is either a place of research into dust or a profitable services business seems somehow a bit glib. The Academy appears to be located in one of 3 systems. Visit them with a fleet, and you may be the first to discover it. Alright, I'm just concentrating on my own constellation. Let's take a look at what our empire looks like now. Content. Outpost. 2 outposts and 2 colonies. Our home system is doing quite well with both science and industry. It is providing, obviously, the monster share of everything. And this is with us supporting 2 outposts. So things are kind of dumbed down for us right now. But wait until we have all this stuff filled up, man. We're gonna kind of take off. Did I rename this to Dust? Yes, I did. Now this is Timos. We have a large ash, a large desert with a Humerus incidentes anomaly, a large Mediterranean, a medium atoll, and a small toxic. So it is another 5-planet system. This is the one that I was trying to make into my food system before I restarted everything and started streaming. And this is the one that I intend to terraform the desert, toxic, and ash into Terran type systems, whether it's atoll, jungle, Mediterranean, and then that way they'll produce more food. But that's the idea. And I'm going to rename it to something that has to do with agriculture. Just so I can know at a glance, like whenever I cycle through these panels, what system is doing what. This one up here, it's going to be it has to be renamed to something industrial, I think. I guess I can do that right now. No, it's not colonized. Okay. 144 to 146. More population. More patrols being made. I think that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's hard to tell. I have 2 in place. Okay, so I'm working on 3. 1, 2. No, that was 2 and 3. 1's up here. Okay, so let's merge these 2. Okay. Molten Springs, what's that do? Blessed or cursed by volcanic activity close to the surface. Well, it won't matter because I'm going to terraform it, I think. But it does give +3 industry and +2 dust. Yeah, when I terraform it, I think it'll lose that. And then there's Hyperium. Makes me wonder if I'm making a mistake. Maybe this system here should be food. Oh, I see. It would take a lot more terraforming. Transvine. There's no anomalies here. What's the Transvine do? +3 population. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of that anomaly. Oh, that's actually on the atoll. So I won't be terraforming that. What's this do? +4 science. Okay. I'll just stick with my plan. This is all just practice and training. Learning. That's a better word. I tend to use like military words. But this is all learning. Moving forward. Turn 28. 147 points, but look at blue, man. They continue to just zip forward. They're covering a lot of ground in a hurry. Like, we used to be ahead of them by 10 or 15 points, and they made up all that ground, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Dust system is done. So we can add this and this. And pretty soon we're going to be able to add desert on there also in 2 turns. +50 science. Once we have this, it's a black hole. What's that look like? Okay. Nothing super special. But I guess a black hole doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what. Those things might look really cool. What was that movie that they were skirting the outer edges? Interstellar? They looked pretty cool in that movie. I don't know if that's what they really look like. $147 to $152. Hey, we just colonized Bashir. New event on the shoulders of supergiants, plus 20 approval on system on Empire and plus 10% dust on Empire, and it increases the pacifist political ideology. A distant stellar giant about 80 times the size of an average star has just gone supernova. Capitalizing on the media attention drawn by the event, a pacifist group within your empire has launched a campaign to bring home the fleets that were monitoring the event, rather than leave them on patrol. Well, yeah, I would do that. They've been out there for a while. And this is all we can do is support it, so. Okay. Alright, so I am set to manage this. We're going to go with Xeno Industrial, Cerebral, and Drone Networks to get started. Gained control over the constellation Triangulum. It's going to give me plus 15% industry on colonized system. The effects will be applied to your colonies inside the constellation. Okay, so every system that I colonize will get that. That's nice. All right, let's flash over to... Okay, two turns left there. This is the one I'm looking for. 3 turns left, and then we'll have our two patrols, our 2 fleets that we're probably going to merge together. So there's some other stuff down here too. This is a really rich system. Okay. Score is 150. Man, they're just pulling away. Blue is. Okay, no research queued. So bring this up. The one that we just learned was right here. Evaporation inhibitors, not the most glamorous of novel technologies, a firm grasp of the proto-science of evaporation inhibition nonetheless can grant access to some very useful toys, like toys to stop all your fuel or water boiling away. And we get access to deep crust secrets. That's a new level of curiosity exploration. We get primary terraforming. That's important. And we get colonized desert. So this was a really critical technology to get. But now we can finally move over into another tree. We're going to start out with plasma metallurgy. That'll give us access to Hyperion capture and interplanetary transport network, which gives us industry per population, and especially if there are strategic deposits on those planets. Okay, Spaceman event is done. We have new skills. Skills to pay the bills. Yes, I will take the dust. We'll get these 2 points. What do you do? Public relations expert. I might grab that down the road. Okay. Another patrol ship has been built. We know about the tech market. I just kind of ignore because I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. Let's send everybody forward. Okay, so we have the Farver system here. Huge ash, large desert, and huge savanna. It's a 3-planet system, so I'm not taking it. Aurora waves, +2 dust, -2 science, +1 approval per population, and we get influence. Polar tempest, -1 industry, -1 food, and -2 approval per population, so that kind of sucks. And we get collateral damage battle tactic. Battle data, we get the hopeless battle tactic, and the expedition failed. Moving on. Okay. We can colonize everything here now. So we will load up the 2 desert systems. And this is... how many turns? 2 turns? Let's buy out this one right here. 670. There. We're going to colonize that instantly. And then we'll continue on with this. Actually, I think it'll count a turn here as well. How are we looking over here? 2 more ships. I feel like we can begin... It's hard for me to tell how many ships... Oh, there we go. Oh, I made a mistake here. Okay. Got these 4 plus... Where is she? Can't do this. They're in the hangar. Okay. There we go. Slowly but surely I'm getting this. Merge those 2. One, 2, 3, 4 plus her. Okay, that group here, there, we're going to send this way. So now that leaves these 2 and their compatriots. That'll be done in 2 turns, and then that group will go. But we want to get this. This is enough to blockade this pirate planet here. They're going to come so that we can actually destroy the base. We have enough manpower. 160 to 168. Okay. We have learned plasma metallurgy. Let's read about that. Under carefully controlled conditions, the application of extremely high currents through molten metallics can produce metal plasmas. Aside from being fascinating to plasma physicists, these substances underpin some engineering marvels. Okay. Now that's going to open us to be able to colonize ash. And I know I want that. I've got some ash planets somewhere. Lava, we also want. So that's my plan, is to make a beeline to lava. And then we're going to come over and grab these. Alright. Slingshot is ended. And Soyden is colonized. So we will give you Xeno Industry, Cerebral, and Drone Network. And we need to change the name. What will I change it to? Something industrial. What would be industrial? Hammers, smokestacks. I think we'll just call it hammer. That's enough to let me know what's going on there. All right, so that's done. All right, one more turn here. What do we got going on here? Vital statistics. The galactic census is coming up, and although you have greater worries on your mind, you remember what one of your wisest advisors once said. that a great leader is often judged not by his actions, but by the statistics he leaves behind. Perhaps it is worth investing a bit of effort to leave your mark on history, as the databases will remember it. Okay, so we can have a parade. We have to have 2 ships, at least 212, I guess, offensive power. Or generate 196 industry. That's the one. I think we'll be able to do that. You look at the rewards, and this is the one I have the most confidence in, so we'll get a free 150 dust out of it. Okay, Rassam can plot out its future now. Rassam is supposed to be science heavy. Science heavy. What does this do? 2 science per population on planets with anomalies. Well, I don't have any anomalies, but we also get +1 science per population on planet in general. Okay. I guess I'll take that. And I'm going to load up this. It'll take us 20 turns. Oh, I think I want this also. +10 approval. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, they're happy and improving from there. I don't think I need it. I'm going to load this up. So what this will do, this is unique. It will achieve something for this. Only one empire can get it. So the first one to build this thing will get that reward. I'm not quite sure what the reward is. But the building itself, built near the remains of an endless outpost, this giant industrial park will aid in exploiting and understanding galactic history. I like that. Exploiting and understanding. As visitors and scholars come to see it, and as new historical events and objects are discovered, it creates enormous wealth and knowledge for its builders. There is also a giant entertainment complex connected to it, Endless World, where you can visit augmented reality ruins and see the galaxy as the Endless did. And that'll give us +20% science on devoted and +20% dust. If they are 1 level below that, if they're loyal, we'll get +15% for dust and science. So it works very good on populations that are real happy. So that'll take us 20 turns. Okay, what can we do here? Oh, yeah, I kind of need to do that first. We're going to add these. Maybe on that. It's +1 science per population on cold, and +1 science per population in general. So for the cold planets, we'll get +2 per population, and for these, we'll get +1. And we want to do that, so we'll get to this later. All right, what else can we do? These guys are ready to go. Let me click the hangar. And what's going on here? Here we go. And now merge those and send them this way. Okay, then our explorer ship out here can check out the Ebony system. Strong magnetic field, neg 1 science, neg 1 industry, neg 2 approval per population. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to populate this system. Event effects inhale, +2 vision range on fleet on the First Victory's Navy. So this is taken straight from Dune, it looks like to me. The atmosphere of this planet has a strange psychotropic effect. When inhaled, the sweet vapor seems to allow the subject to see exactly 4 seconds into the future. Perhaps a concentrated dose might do even more. Expedition successful. Antimatter, as dangerous as it is powerful, high technology and high energies are necessary to capture antimatter in industrially useful quantities. Interestingly, antineutrons and antiprotons can be captured in certain parts of planetary magnetic fields where cosmic rays interact with baryonic matter. Deposit effect +2 science. Okay. Well, we know what that stuff is. Now, that's all that was good for, because we're not going to be colonizing here. But we do know what it is. We are instead going to probably want to check these out first, because that's a minor civilization, and I want to start influencing them straight away before anybody else can get to them. Timos needed to be colonized. Oh snap, I'm late to the game on that. That's kind of a bad oversight. Dust, what are you up to? You're colonizing. Well, not anymore. You're going to create a settler. It's going to take 2 turns. Okay. Move everybody else. That was a serious oversight. Okay. We also need to bring up hero management. And we need to unassign him and reassign him to the hammer system. We also, after spending all that money and getting her set up, I really should have attached her to a fleet a lot earlier, but oh, we can't. Not yet. Well, yep, it's going to be a little bit. I kind of messed that up too, but we can live with it. That is a new trick I'm trying to learn, how to just live with stuff. I think I'm a bit of a perfectionist on certain things, and I'm trying to learn how to be smarter about that. It's one of the reasons why I don't finish games. I restart over and over and over again, trying to master the little things. Population gained of remnants. All right, remember they give us plus dust and industry. Move forward. New minor civilization discovered. The U show. They are warmongers. Warmongers are aggressive civilizations that prefer strength to diplomacy and will attack unfriendly fleets orbiting their systems. However, they believe in joining forces to reach common goals and will not attack friendly fleets. Okay. They also provide more manpower than other factions. This one has a hunting culture. Traditions of both live and simulated hunting are reflected in higher rates of damage in battles, plus 20% damage on weapon modules. That's pretty good. Okay, we want to start negotiations. First contact is free, and then praise them, and praise them again because we got the influence to do it. I could just keep going, but I think 2 is going to be enough. Okay, right here, can we reassign her now? Good grief. Oh, okay, yes. Unassign. Assigned a system. And that system is Rassam. Now, look, we're at 132. 132 science. Now it's 177. So... and we're about to stack on top of that. So this is going to produce a lot of science. 20% of the galaxy has been explored. You have explored 20% of the galaxy. There's still a long ways to go. Yeah, like 80%. Here, we are going to select the guard action. This is now placing this pirate system under siege. Nothing gets in, and nothing is supposed to be able to get out. So they're cut off from food and stuff like that. They have to be self-contained. All right, end turn. Atmospheric filtration is complete. Let's read about that. A first step in purifying and preparing plants for colonization or terraforming consists of reducing toxic elements in the atmosphere and creating tolerable chemical balances. And we get access to the Luxuries Lottery, +5 approval per luxury deposit. And we can colonize ash. Now, can I select this? I cannot do this yet. So Astrofinance allows me to mess around with Xenotourism, but I'm going to grab this one, Galactic Commodities Exchange, which looks like it gives me access to Marketplace. That's going to take one turn. Death without a corpse. It is now accepted as proven fact that a race called the Lost, giant ethereal beings formed from primordial dust, used to live in the empty places between the stars and the constellations. Who knows what remains of them now that records indicate that they were hunted to extinction? What vestiges of their glory or their death might you collect? Perhaps if you send a vessel. So that's what they're going to want us to do, is to travel between star systems and see if we can find anything. We got to travel between 2 solar systems without using star lanes. And we might pick up traces of the Lost before they were hunted by the Endless. Show location. Okay, Saif. Oh, look, looks like these are the areas. Okay, that's on the docket. It's on the to-do list. We have a settler. Right here. And this Johnny-come-lately settler can go colonize Timas. There's a pirate fleet right there. We want to fight them right now. We don't want to allow them to build up more pirate ships. Okay, so the balance of power, these are kind of, it took me a while to learn how to read this stuff for some reason, but this is us. It also doesn't help that we have similar colors here. This is us, and it indicates how powerful we are in relation to the enemy. So we are much more powerful. We have like 2/3 of the circle. If we go to advanced, we can select what we want to use. Now, before I do that, I want to take a look at more stuff here. Display stats about military power. Okay, so that's the same as what I just looked at. Then we can break that down. Energy versus projectile weapons. Okay, we have a lot of energy, and it looks like they have projectile weapons. That's what I needed to know, because I think I want to go with plasma distortion. Plus 10% shield penetration on weapon modules. For both fleets, plus 10% shield penetration on ships. So every weapons module I have on my ship is going to get 10% shield penetration, and then every ship I have will get an additional 10% overall. But so will they. They will get 10% per ship as well. For them, it's just one ship. But because they're kinetics, it looks like, if I'm reading this right, this won't apply to them. So then if we look here, what this is telling us is what is the strength ratio between each group's weapon systems at these different ranges. This is short range, and I'm much more powerful. This is long range, where it's about 50-50. They have a little bit of an edge. This is maybe 60-40. And then medium range, I'm also more powerful, and that's because I do even damage across all ranges. Okay, well, we're going to watch it. We don't have any flanks, not enough ships. We just have our 4 loaded up right here in the middle, and we're going to go straight for them, it looks like. I actually prefer this to Stellaris, the way that this is presented. You get a little cinematic camera. You don't really do anything. Everything's already predetermined by those stats. You just kind of watch it play out. Maybe there's some random rolls on hits, you know, so if it's a 50-50 battle, you don't really know who's going to win. But this one should be us all day long. And you can see we're hitting them with the plasma rays pretty heavily. We're taking shots from what looks like torpedoes. And right here is where you can see who's winning. We're hurting him really bad. He's going to blow up here pretty soon. Oh, we lost the ship. Maybe not. Maybe not. I might have barely kept alive there. It looks like I have all 4. Yeah, this guy right here, though, he needs to leave and go repair, or we'll lose him in the next fight. So we had a decisive victory. I want to grab my wounded guy, make a new fleet, and then send him up here for repairs. So looks like it's going to be 5 turns before he gets back. It's 2 turns to travel, 1 turn to repair. Actually, no, it'll be 4 turns. He'll repair on the same turn that he arrives, and then 2 turns back. These guys can come in and reinforce. No, they can't. Who hasn't moved? Are you pirates? No. Okay, we don't have anything to discover here anyway, so we'll take this space lane over to this system. This is a 4-planet system that we will gain once we're able to assimilate this alien species. Huge ash, medium gas, and a medium forest that they live on. And a large gas burning. Okay. Score 178 to 206. We got the other empires starting to catch up with me. I need to well, we need to advance. But we are colonizing planets. That stuff is multiplicative over time. Lifting the lamp, opening your empire's doors to new population types has its challenges, but also its rewards. Each new group adds to the strength and flexibility of a society, contributing to the maturity of your empire as a whole. You know what? I believe in that, but there's a condition that is not mentioned here. Each new group adds to the strength and flexibility of a society as long as they assimilate into the existing society's overarching vision and belief structure. If they don't, if they remain dominantly what it is that they were, where they came from, then that's not unity. That'll actually fracture a population. So I just think that's neat to I love words. I like the etymology of words. I like that words mean specific definitions. I am not a fan at all of what some people do with words where they try to make it purposely ambiguous and stuff. I think clearly defined words are important, and I like specificity. So whenever I read a paragraph like this and then I can realize, oh, wait a minute, you're missing something really important here, you know, then that stuff kind of interests me. Another battle. Not quite as strong because we're down a ship. All right, well, let's give it a whirl. They took power to shields. That's good. 100% shield absorption on ships and 10% shield capacity. That was smart for them because I am using energy weapons. I am glad I got that fourth ship out of there, though. He would have died in this one. We should still win this. Man. So right as I destroyed them, they got one of mine. Ah, that's too bad. Okay. Well, I won, though. And let's move everybody forward. Let's grab this guy right here, repair him, and then send him right back. What are you guys working on? I'm going to have you build a patrol 2, and I want you to prioritize that. Okay. More population. And over here, we're not quite there. We'll be there next turn, and we have some curiosities to uncover. Plus, it is a 4-planet system. Let's take a look. We have a small desert with several curiosities. A shattered crust anomaly. I'm not so certain that's good. We have a medium desert. Huge gas. And a large arid. All right, now, just because we can colonize these things doesn't mean that our population is ecstatic about living here. These are hard conditions to live under. So when you terraform them to your home planet type, then your population's perfectly happy, but it'll change the stats. So that's something to keep in mind about population management, is watching to see how people feel about things. Medium, small, large, and huge. It looks at a glance like we have high dust, actually. I should count this up. I can't do it yet. I think I would have to actually colonize here first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bars total. This might be a better dust making system. I'm not sure. Medium, small, large, huge. We have every single size represented. But this is the last system in this constellation. Besides this one, I guess these two that we can that we really want. But that's a lot. That'll be 1, 2, 3 up here at Timos. 4, 5, 6, 7. Just in my home constellation, which is why I kept this save. That's I don't know if that's remarkable or not. It kind of feels remarkable to me. But looking over here, we're at 186 to their 215. It does seem like we took a leap forward, so we'll see how things develop in the future. We do have these guys under siege, but it's going very slowly. Once I can get to full strength with 2 full fleets here, 8 ships total, we'll actually do a ground invasion. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right, let's end turn. Galactic Commodities Exchange is done. Let's read about that. The cries of hawkers, the jabber of negotiations, and the clink of coins have been replaced by electronic screens and invisible buy-sell orders. But this galactic clearinghouse for trade and luxury and strategic resources still throbs with culture clashes and cutthroat commerce. So it grants the Miners Union +1 resource generation on strategic resource deposit. That seems really good. And we get access to the G-Goods Exchange, which is a marketplace, opens access to luxury and strategic resources on the marketplace. Okay, that's going to let me, I think, take this one in order to colonize lava, which I really want for my big industry system that I have. But I also am going to want to get this real quick. Intergalactic supermarket and accelerated buyout production. Okay. Economy and trade technology stage unlocked. Very well. Academy discovered by unknown empire. The location of the academy has been revealed. There appears to be a bonus for the faction that first made contact. Yeah, they get 250 dust. And now, it is time to both take advantage of its services and discover its mysteries. The first mystery solved is the name of its leader. He is a Vadyani, named Isiander Saint Shayad, who founded it centuries ago. Now, this is another part of the game that I'm not real familiar with what I'm doing. Just don't have the experience. And so busy learning other systems that I've not devoted much time to trying to understand what's happening with him. Okay. Things are moving right along. Industrialists are in the lead. Scientists coming in number 2. Let's take a peek at our home system. Now that we're starting to get some of these system specializations in place, and you can see we are up to 191 science per turn, I think is what that's saying. I think that gives per turn. Oh, no, it's not. It's like how fast we can get through research projects. So it's just a constant, buff is basically what it is. All right, send everybody forward. Boom, boom, boom. Subterranean honeycomb scope. Reverse engineering the endless scope discovered at a dig site proved a fruitful endeavor. With the underlying principles now well understood, the honeycomb-like structure can now be constructed in any system, greatly increasing that system's ability to survey the surrounding heavens. Engineers claim that the scope is so powerful it can be used to read the serial numbers of equipment on nearby moons. Goodness gracious. +5 vision range on systems, so you can basically see trouble coming quicker. I never really use these. We found Hyperium. We have now accomplished this quest. You are learning more than the contents of new curiosities. Your crews are clever and your equipment reliable. Apparently, heroes are departing the Academy on independent missions, flaunting the Academy hierarchy. It is unusual, though it is not a full rebellion. At least not yet. Oh, okay, so there's a lot of drama going on. Okay. So we now have, excuse me, I'm sorry. We now have the probe microfactory that we can put onto our exploration ships if I want to. I think I'd prefer to keep the warp drive, but this would reduce cooldown by 100%. Instead of taking 2 turns, it would take 1 on our probes. It seems that after centuries of study, Isyender is finally coming close to unlocking key mysteries in the history of the Lost. This close to his goal, he has become distracted and vague. He has time for little else than his lifelong obsession. Submitting to his obsession, however, has left his organization adrift and unguided. The result is that some heroes no longer feel the need to obey his orders, while others simply forget to ask his permission. As the mystery of the turmoil is resolved, that of the unclaimed places becomes clearer as well. You have this sounds like Joe Biden. You have learned that some of the hero fraternities view the unique planets as anybody's treasure. First come, first serve. Beneath the serenity of the great void, a race is heating up to discover and exploit the enormous riches and power that these planets represent. Some view them as resources to be strip-mined. Others view them as historical sites to be studied. Which one are you? Can I be both? Like, it depends on which I think gives the greatest value. It would be an individual choice each time. We only have one choice, singular. Colonize or create an outpost on 2 unique planets in less than 30 turns. I've already done it on 1, so I just need to do it on another. But I've had trouble. I can't seem to accomplish this quest. We would get this hero if we were able to do it. That dude looks awesome. That dude looks like a walking shark, man. Like a cross between a shark and an alligator. Anyway. Probably not going to be able to do it. Meteor strikes. +1 industry, -1 science, -2 approval per population. And we got a science from scrap. Okay. Now, can I actually mouse over and see? There we go. Okay, so we got 18 dust. These are the raw numbers before we put any bonuses to them from like stuff that we would build here. Plus another 6, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, of course. It's 24. And then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. This is easily the best dust one. 33, 34, 35, 36. This should be my dust system. This arid is colonizable. The desert, medium, small, large. I would take the arid. I still need to learn how to do gas. This should be my dust system. This would be my food system. What would this convert to? Oh no. Okay, I did not put down the analytical engine yet. Let me back off and look at what do we got going on here. Raw numbers, food, science, and dust on this Terran planet. And that's partly because of the deposits adding to the science. Over here, it's industry and dust. Industry and dust. Dust and food. Industry and dust. So it would be a split system. This would produce industry and dust for us. Maybe I'll rename it back to Nas. I should do that. I should do that right now. Okay, so this system is kind of like on the same line as Bouchier. Now, there is a difference, and that's that this is a 5-planet system. Now, even with that, the other one has more dust production, but when you start adding pops, will it stay that way? I think it will. It was clearly the number one. It was like up in the 30s. So that's what I'm going to go with. I want to send you out here. And then he needs to go like this way. Or did we already... Maybe that was the quest that was completed by somebody else, is that they were able to find the remnants of those things that were being hunted down by the Endless. But at any rate, I don't really have anything else to do now with my explorer vessel, so might as well go look around and see what's out here. Okay, what's our score look like? We have 200, we're 26 down. Man. Wow. This guy's almost back. Oh, that's right, I lost one. Yeah, but you're making him one more turn, okay. And then it'll take 2 turns to get down here. Oh, and there's a battle. I have 4 ships. They're fighting me pretty tough. I thought I had more than 4. I thought I had... No, that's... Yeah, well, I don't quite know. I thought I did have more than 4. Okay, let's try moving power to shields. And see if that does a little bit better. Fight. Maybe I can survive it a little better. We got more guns than him. Maybe that affords me to go defensive, you know, on the tactic. And let my superiority and my numbers of weapons take care of offense. Looks like this guy right here is the one that's taken damage. Oh, we blew him up. They're doing pretty good about their production, cranking out ships. Okay, get everybody in there. It's supposed to be 9 turns before they can get another ship. We'll see if that actually holds true. .202 to 230. A galaxy far, far away. For some weeks now, sensors have been strangely occluded and scanning passes have been returning unexpected results. While this was chalked up to equipment or operator stress, solar winds, and choppy communications, the truth seems to be much stranger. In fact, these sensor and scan anomalies should have been viewed as intruder alarm systems. It seems that unknown and invisible beings from another galaxy are beginning to circulate among us. They may not be more scientifically advanced, but they certainly are different enough that our own science must leap forward to understand them. The technologies best suited to understanding these beings would be wave function control improvements or unified tachyon theory. Build 3 optics research labs or stasis singularity improvements. Umbral choir. Okay. Wave function control or unified tachyon theory. Surely those are both going to be over here. Here's wave function control. Where's that unified tachyon theory? Let's look it up. You can do that right here. Just type it in. And, oh no, it's not finding it. Yeah, there's no tachyon or anything, huh? Alright, well, we got wave function control right there. Gives us access to optics research labs, plus 25% science on ecstatic and plus 25% on happy. That's pretty strong. And we would be able to colonize ice. Well, I don't see myself needing 3 of these, but I mean, since it's population happiness based, I guess it doesn't hurt. You could kind of plop it down anywhere as long as the people are happy. Alright, oh that's right, we should take a look at the market. We have a whole bunch of Transvine. Am I able to sell this? How do I access the marketplace? Luxuries, Transvine. Selling 25 for 1,200. Oh, sure. Okay. And that has a direct impact on the market, so that's not worth as much now, so that's fine. That is fine. Okay. You, and you can merge. You have a wounded ship. So using these guys here, I'm going to actually attack now. How are we doing over here? They're down under 400. They're losing 16 personnel per turn now. So I guess that gets steeper and steeper as the siege goes on because it simulates them running out of supplies. Okay. Okay, let me create kind of a save game right here, just in case I mess this up. I'm not really sure of when a good time to attack is. I don't know how to read the game for that. I'm just gonna do it. So I got 36 troops. And they've got, well, it reads 36. They've got 79 right here. I guess I've got 180 troops and they've got 398 out of a possible 500. But I'm going to preemptively bombard them. And then my guys are going to attack. And we'll see how that turns out. The pirates are dug in. takes them down to 62%, and then my guys attack. I lost 1 unit, they lost 1. They're down to 48%. It's a draw. 53 to 48%. Okay, fair enough. So it will continue the next turn. All right. It says there's 8 turns left until a new pirate fleet arrives. What else am I supposed to be looking at? My colonization ship. Oh, how long have you been sitting there? I hope you just got there. Medium. Well, I think the atoll is better, going off 4X alchemists. All right, give them a boost. It'll take 10 turns. And there is a ground battle now. I'm going to continue to do preemptive bombing. I just don't see why I shouldn't. Plus they outnumber me, so I don't think I want to do the others. Man, they're down to 21%. That hurt bad. Down to 21%. Major victory. Battle may continue next turn. Okay, we should win this on the next turn. Rassam has an empty construction crew. Q. Do I have strategic deposit? I don't care. I want to go with the endless research park. That's going to take a while. Oh, not too awful long. Remember before it took 20 or 25 turns, I think? It's going to take 14 now. Excelente. Okay. How are we looking for this system here? This is supposed to be our big time industrial system, but it won't be initially. Yeah, and it's nowhere close. 60 industry so far, but we haven't even begun colonizing yet, so we'll stack these in there. It's a slow ramp up here, but once it gets going, this does absolutely become the biggest industry producer. Okay. Where are you at, explorer ship? Right here. Okay, end turn. We should get rid of this pirate lair here. And we could blitz them, but I think that we can take them out with preemptive bombing, and I don't have to lose manpower that a blitz would do. And that's the end of them. Gutted pirate lair. This lair of opportunists and criminals was damaged beyond repair in an assault led by the troops of Aesop Grimm. By the time the armed base fell out of orbit, preemptive strikes had disabled all resistance. Your empire now has access to Eden incense. What's that do? An exceedingly agreeable aroma wafts from this orange-pink plant when it is burned. Sought after for its potent effects on intellectual creativity, it is valuable as a resource and for trade. Plus 30 influence on system. That's whenever you do like a system development that uses influence. Eden incense is what would fuel that. Okay. More population. We're on turn 40. Send all applicable fleets where they need to go. We discovered a black hole, so that's going to be up here because that's the only ship moving. Yep. Our exploration vessel. As a matter of fact... Oh, I can't. Must be orbiting a star system. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we are done here. Oh, I don't have any exploration vessel to look at these anomalies. And it's only a 3-planet system. Small arid, medium savanna, and large toxic. So I don't plan... Oh, look at all them anomalies. That's a lot. That's a lot. Come back, my precious. I need you to check this out first. 32? You've got to be kidding me. You can't just come back to here? What about there? Oh my gosh, we're committed. What about to there? No! Well, boys and girls, that sucks. Maybe we can make another Voyager. There. Okay, we're working on colonizing the last planet in this system. Look, there's a satellite there. That's neat. What is that? I think it's a satellite. I like watching these plants develop. That's something I neglected to do this time around. As they get more and more population, you have cities that pop up. You can see, like in the nighttime and stuff, they'll be glowing just like they do for us whenever we look at satellite photography. Like there's one right there, I think. And you'll see these trade networks of drones and stuff flying around. It's really pretty cool. Let's look at this. Should have been the first one right here that was colonized, so we'll compare. Maybe the drone network is a little bit more dense. It's kind of hard to tell. But if there's going to be a difference, we'll be able to spot it right here on our original system, which was Raya. See, there's the cities. Yeah, it does look like the traffic is more dense. Real cool though, huh? I think it's neat to watch that procedural progression. We're about to get the Heka system and the Emosa system inside our circle of influence here. What else can I do? Are there pirates I need to hunt down? Are there other pirate lairs? Really doesn't look like it. What is this? Oh, antimatter. Okay. So we can drop our guard here. Let's send this healthy fleet out to here, just in case a pirate lair pops up or something. And I'm gonna need another colony ship, because I want to get this system right here. These guys here can RTB to NOS and heal up. And then we'll probably send them. Maybe we'll camp them out right here. I don't know. It might be smart to keep them here. I think these empty systems can develop pirates at any time. So we want to be in a position to respond to that. All right, intern. Hey, we have votes. Yay, industrialists. The industrialists take over once again. Level 4 and level 5. And we need new research. I kind of want to just stick to this. Let's see, I got the desert. I want the multi-thread management, followed by ubiquitous surveillance, and then I want to get tanks. And then I want to get these food-producing techs. And then I will finally maybe get wave function control. And if I fail that quest, I don't care. Drone networks. Okay, Bouchier, what do you need? Well, this is one of those places I would like to have those food techs, but they're not available right now. So do I have industry stuff? Actually, first thing right off the bat should be colonize. Colonize everything. Okay. So that's all set up. And tech is rolling, and we can send our fleets forward. You can heal up, and I think I'll just park him right there. And then that way he can respond to this entire area pretty quickly. And he's also the one that would respond up here if something happened. But there's really, these are the only two threats. Both of them should get gobbled up over time by these systems. Alrighty then. How many turns until this is colonized? 7. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and create a save point, guys, and I'm going to drop stream for the night. What time is it? 10:30. I will save over the ongoing, and we're on turn. We're later than that. Yes, overwrite. We're on turn 41. Let's take a look at our empire management here. 7422. So we're not even really highly populated yet. I'm telling you guys, we are at a fraction of our production potential. We have, look at all of these systems that we're on. Not the systems, the planets. The ones that are filled in white dots are ones that we're able to colonize. So like these, we don't have the technology to colonize them yet. But if they're filled in with an orange color, that means we've already colonized them. And look at all these that we're on. So these numbers are going to explode. And we're going to be reaping the benefits in the, this is called FIDC. Food, industrial, FI, dust, science, and influence. FIDC. And there's so many things that the populations are what are producing this stuff for you. So the higher your pops are, the more of this stuff you get. So we are set up. We're behind right now, right? 260 to 225. We're firmly in second place, but we're quite a bit behind the blue unknown empire. But we're only tapping a fraction of our potential, with more to go even, you know. So and we got another system to colonize, and one that's being colonized right now that's not reflected up here. We can hold 7 systems total. That's perfect. That's exactly the number that we have. We're at 79% approval, which makes us loyal. So we're getting effects from that. So I don't know. I don't know where the game's gonna go, but I feel pretty good right now. Maybe that's ignorance speaking, you know, but it feels all right. One of the reasons I like this color is it shows up so clearly on the map. But sometimes it's a pain in the neck because browns and reds and oranges it bleeds in with. But yeah, I mean, even the system bonus is making our strength even stronger. We're already strong at industry and we're getting more tacked onto that, you know. So, looking good. All right, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by this channel. Anybody who's been lurking, and maybe I'll bring this up tomorrow. I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. But I am just simply trying to learn the game, and it's a fun game to play around with. All right, guys. Good night. TGIF, and enjoy your weekend.